comes a moment when the ordinary world fades away and the wild calls your name. This is as wild as you want it. And it's all here. Every trail leads to an adventure, because adventure isn't just about the rush. It's about where it takes you, who you become, and the stories you'll tell. Start your adventure here at Magical Kenya.
Mombasa show, oh yeah!
Mombasa, it's that time again. The Mombasa International Show is back. September 3rd to 7th at Jomo Kenyatta Showground, Mkomani. This year's theme, promoting climate-smart agriculture and trade initiatives for sustainable economic growth. Enjoy smart farming technology, trade exhibitions, fun for kids, and tasty food all in one place. Entry is just 350 shillings for adults, 300 for kids, with group discounts too. Book your space now. Call 0722 556 383 or visit sk.co.ke.
We're not one thing, we're many. Hustlers morning, dreamers are lunch. By 3 p.m. tushakuwa mimloads. Ndo giza ikiingia, content inashika. We move fast tukichange lanes. Ndio kesho iko soft life, leo tunaingia grind mode. But no matter the mood, bank tunahitaji nenye na switch na sisi. Enye iko already where we are and ready when we are. In our pockets, on our time, na speed yetu. One built not just to keep up, but to move with you in every mode. So, uko mode gani? Download the new KCB mobile app and switch on your mode today.
Si niliwaambia. Halo, niletee kama kawaida.
Kama sio kabagara, wacha kiumane.
Hii chapati ni tamu sana.
Omera, sere bila kavagara, sio sere.
Dukani usitishe unga, itisha kavagara.
Mimi huyu. Twende? Boss, uko sawa?
Niko sawa, ni vile niko na calls mingi. It's a busy day, you know.
Kazi lazima ichape.
By the way, nice background.
Faster speeds, better experiences. Over 50 million Kenyans. One network. Safaricom. Popote ulipo.
Good evening. This is Sunday Express on KBC Channel 1, being the 31st of August 2025. And I hope that you've managed to at least make inroads towards attaining or achieving your year's resolutions. If not, from tomorrow, that's the last quarter of 2025. And I hope you have enough time to actually realize that. And talking about time, how about to look at those stories that have been making headlines in the last several hours or so.
Our systems in the SHA, the digital system, is now able to detect the fraud that people have carried out for many years under NHIF.
No turning back on e-procurement. President William Ruto tells those opposed to the system to quit. Singing their hearts out, over 1,000 members of the Catholic Men's Association, drawn from 4 deaneries in Kiambu County, display their musical prowess in a singing competition. And the rising waters of Lake Baringo, schools, hotels and farms swallowed as the climate crisis deepens.
Welcome to Sunday Express. I'm Regina, Manyara, and my colleague on sign language is none other than Byron Abuli. Now, President William Ruto says that there is no turning back in the e-procurement system, saying the move is a sure bet in the fight against corruption and wastage of public resources. In what seemed to be a response to the legislators and governors opposed to the mandatory online procurement directive, President Ruto warned those not ready to embrace the system to quit. This, as the president said, the government will not pay the 30 billion debt accrued by the defunct NHIF until it's verified. Abdi Aziz Hashim with the details.
President William Ruto, alongside a section of his cabinet members and political leaders, allied to the broad-based government, attended a church service at the St. Peter's ACK Cathedral in Siaya County. And for the second day running, the head of state made his intentions clear to root out the corruption within the health sector that has denied Kenyans affordable health care.
Our systems in the SHA, the digital system, is now able to detect the fraud that people have carried out for many years under NHIF. We are telling the people who think the theft they were carrying out in NHIF watalete kwa SHA, nyinyi mnaota ndoto ya mchana. Haiwezekani.
The head of state accused a section of hospital owners for attempting to stop the state from verifying the 30 billion debt accrued under the defunct NHIF by rushing to court.
Na tukisema wacha tufanye verification ya hiyo debt ya 30 billion. Mahospitali wanaenda kotini wanasema they don't want verification. Kwa sababu wanajua ndani pale iko wizi. And we are not going to pay until we verify, because we are not going to spend public money to pay corrupt people.
Ruto further directed state departments, agencies and county governments to embrace the e-procurement system aimed at curbing wastages within the 2 levels of government.
Mimi najua kuna resistance. Procurement officers, accounting officers, hawataki hiyo maneno kwa sababu wanataka kuendelea na ukora ya zamani. And we are going to implement e-procurement. There is no going back. Any official who is not ready to work with us in e-procurement, they can as well leave. Waondoke kwa serikali, waende watafute kazi nyingine.
By next week, all state departments, all county governments are ready to do procurement through e-procurement platform.
Leaders accompanying the head of state took a swipe at the government critics, accusing them of fueling political intolerance in the country.
Leadership that is prepared to make hard decisions. You have made some of the hardest possible decisions in this country.
Mr. President, we want you to continue. We don't want to engage too much in the future talks about Ruto must go, Ruto must go, Ruto must go. Ruto is going nowhere.
Your Excellency, you have assurance that come 2027, we'll elect you again so that we can have a progressive society moving forward.
Ile corruption iko kwa serikali, Mheshimiwa Rais, onyesha sisi tutasaidia wewe kufagia ulete maendeleo hapa Siaya. Si ukweli?
The president assured that his administration will implement all the projects promised ahead of the 2027 polls. Abdiaziz Hashim for Sunday Express.
So big question is, who will blink first in regard to that e-procurement debate there? Shape up or shape out, says the president. Will they? Time will tell. Now focusing on matters politics, former Deputy President and DCP party leader Rigathi Gachagua has faulted the Kenya Kwanza administration, accusing it of inconsistencies and failure in the war on graft. During a church service in Ongata Rongai, Gachagua criticized the government's handling of corruption, saying the Ruto administration has failed to walk its talk.
At the PCEA church in Ongata Rongai, it's here that the former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua accused the current administration of betraying the fight against corruption, insisting that the buck must stop with the president.
Tuko na shida kabisa katika nchi yetu ya mambo ya ufisadi. Hakuna kitu naendelea Kenya, ni wizi tu. Kila kitu ni wizi. So when I was in the United States, nikaona rais wetu ameongea na ukali sana mambo ya ufisadi na mambo ya hongo, na kusema wabunge wote kazi yao ni kuchukua hongo, na hata kubali hiyo maneno. Nikafurahi sana kama ameamua hivyo.
The former DP also took issue with what he termed the president's silence over the ongoing invasion of Manyara County by Jubaland forces.
It is unacceptable that foreign forces can invade Kenya, and the mandate of the Kenya Defense Forces is to protect our territorial integrity. And it cannot be that foreign forces are in our land and the government is quiet, the commander-in-chief is quiet. We are asking the commander-in-chief of the Kenya Defense Forces to immediately order an operation to flush out foreign troops out of our land.
Elsewhere, a section of Kenya Kwanza leaders have launched fresh attacks against former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, accusing him of engaging in politics of deceit and betrayal.
Kama kuna kitu William Ruto amefanya ni kutuunganisha sisi wote. Kuna wengi hawapendi kuona Mtuse yuko kwa serikali, kuona Bwire yuko kwa serikali, kuona huyu Hillary yuko kwa serikali, kwa sababu wao tabia yao ni tabia ya ukabila.
Ndio nataka tufanye siasa ya wananchi wa kawaida. Siasa ya wananchi wa kawaida wa hapa Kibwezi ni siasa ya maji. Kweli si kweli? Siasa ya wananchi wa kawaida wa hapa Kibwezi ni siasa ya stima. Kweli si kweli? Na tuko na nafasi mzuri zaidi kwa sababu tuko karibu na rais aliyeko katika mamlaka. Tubadilishe nchi yetu, vijana wetu wapate kazi, tuondoe maskini na tusonge mbele kama watu wa Kibwezi.
Speaking during a fundraising event at Makindu, Machakos County, they further criticized sections of the media over what they termed as deliberate misinformation surrounding the Social Health Insurance Authority SHA.
Mtu yoyote ambaye anajaribu kucheza na pesa ya SHA, mimi ndio nilipitisha sheria hiyo katika bunge la Senate na tuliweka fine. Tunataka kuona, apart from closing the hospitals, we want to see the people that are committing those fraud being taken to court, charged and taken to prison where they belong.
The leaders maintain that the new health insurance scheme is meant to benefit ordinary citizens, but claimed that some media houses are being used to mislead the public and discourage registration.
Now, the wrath of Mother Nature has struck Baringo County once again, with several households, schools, firms and hotels around Lake Baringo being submerged as a result of the rising water levels in the lake. This follows recent heavy downpour that saw Lake Baringo burst its banks, submerging vast areas of the land, including infrastructure around the lake's basin. The situation has exposed residents to attacks by animals such as crocodiles and hippos that have now moved closer to residential homes. Opicho Chemtai has the details.
Mariga Chemolingot Road in Baringo County. People from all ages are seen trying to cross the flooded road with the help of their parents and guardians, with vehicles on the other hand struggling to navigate through the flooded road.
Most of the learners came from this side, na most of them they are still young. So wakifika hapa wanaufia kabisa. Hata mimi nikiwa mwalimu na msasi ninaufia sana usalama wao. Hasa mambo ya mamba. Juzi kuna mamba ilikula mtoto ya shule.
Kwa hii barabara maji ndani hapo hivi kuna laka kubwa sana. Yenye hata kama ujaribu kufuka kwa kupitia pikipiki inakuwa ngumu kwa sababu ukifika katikati pikipiki inaingia ndani ya maji.
What was once a thriving hub for learning, tourism and fishing has become a death trap, with residents raising concerns over animals like the hippos and crocodiles coming closer to their residential homes.
Ipo wanakujanga mapema sana. Kitu saa 1 wameshatoka nje. Na inakuwa shida kwa sisi sana. Ukitoka nje unaweza kutana na hipo hapo nje. Na crocodiles pia wanafuata hii maji. Maji ikisonga ikifuka bahari, crocodiles wanafuata hiyo maji.
Households, schools, farms and hotels around the lake basin have also been submerged due to heavy downpour that has seen Lake Baringo break its bank, leaving many counting losses and schools being closed down.
Hata watoto, hata kila mtu akona njaa naenda kununua chakula. Akona kari hawezi kupata loru kwa sababu ya maji.
Kwa sisi wenye tunafanya biashara inakuwa shida sana. Sababu unaenda soko, ukifika hapa msuko yako unaangukia maji ama wewe mwenyewe uanguke. Sasa imekuwa shida sana kwa sisi wakaaji wa Loru.
So tunaomba serikali ya kwamba watusaidie. Wafanye kitu naitwa long term plan. Ingekuwa vizuri watengeneze flyover kabisa ile ya maana, ila haitakuwa na hii mambo.
The phenomena is not new. This time, however, the damages are more severe, evident of the escalating climate change crisis. Baringo County government is pledging to adapt and help build community resilience to protect lives and livelihoods from this recurring disaster.
Managing the source of the rivers, ensuring that we protect the catchment areas, that protects the rivers from siltation towards restoration of Lake Baringo watershed.
Opicho Chemtai for Sunday Express.
Now, in a thrilling display of faith and talent, over 1,000 members of the Catholic Men's Association, CMA, drawn from 4 deaneries in Samburu Zonal C region, gathered for a colorful musical display. The event, themed Wahujaji wa Matumaini, or Pilgrims of Hope, was more than just a singing competition. It was a spiritual celebration inspired by the late Pope Francis' vision of evangelization through music. Our reporter Joseph Wahungu has more details.
The air inside St. John's Retuta Hall was alive with energy as groups from CMA's Zone C poured out their hearts in a breathtaking musical showdown. Hundreds of men dressed in their finest stepped onto the stage with swagger. Their performances a vivid combination of passion and precision, all vying for glory in this cherished hymn competition.
So tukisema wale ambao walikuwa kwa list na hawakuingia, pia hata wao wajipe moyo. Tunaiba mambo ya matumaini, wahiji wa matumaini. Ukipoteza matumaini kwa wimbo, maisha utapelekana nayo namna gani?
When the final notes faded, the men of St. Stephen's Gashie Parish emerged as champions and walked away with a trophy, certificates and a goat, following their electrifying performance, which earned a dazzling 92 points.
Matayarisho sasa hapa ni kujitayarisha kwa the next level, ambayo ni the finals za Archdiocese on 1st of November. But before matayarisho, sasa tuko na mbuzi hapa, tunataka kwenda kujinice.
Hot on their heels, St. Joseph Loreto Parish clinching second place with 91 points, while the newly formed Holy Family Mugumo Parish finished third with 90 points, and All Saints Riara Parish emerged the most improved parish, finishing fifth with 88 points.
It has taken a lot of time, sacrifice, kujinyima na ndio tuweze kupata hii kikombe na kufuata maagizo ya walimu wale wamekuwa na sisi.
Organizers noted that this was not just a competition, but a rallying call to action, urging men to unite, uplift their spirits, spread the gospel, and dance away their life stresses through the power of song and faith.
Tunapokutana hapa, utafikiria sisi ni vijana wa miaka 15 kwa sababu tunacheza, tunaongea kama watu wa rika moja. Kwa hivyo ni kweli tunapokuwa pamoja tukiiba hivi kuna tiba. Stress zinaisha kwa sababu manyumbani hujui kuko vipi.
Joseph Wahungu for Sunday Express.
Our very own Thomas there, part of the CMA that was taking part in that particular musical. Takes us to a first break on Sunday Express tonight. But when we come back, did you know that drinking raw milk mixed with raw blood is something that nomadic communities do practice? What are the health benefits? Do keep it right here.
Hello there. Do you want to own a home? Welcome to Boma Yangu, a Kenyan government initiative offering affordable home ownership opportunities to every Kenyan. We have projects across the entire country. With a deposit of 5% the value of the house and a fixed interest rate of as low as 3%, your journey to home ownership begins. Log in to the eCitizen portal or dial *832#. Register with 200 shillings only and start saving via mobile money, debit card or credit card to achieve the required deposit. From the listed housing developments, select your preferred location and apply for a housing unit to begin your journey towards home ownership. Prices start from 640,000 Kenya shillings. Visit Boma Yangu at www.bomayangu.go.ke. Brought to you by Affordable Housing Board. Makao Bora, Jukumu Letu.
Si niliwaambia. Halo. Niletee kama kawaida.
Kama sio kavagara, wacha kiumane. Ulisikia wapi sherehe bila kavagara?
Wanaoijua wanaijua. Eti kavagara ya ugali na chapo zinaongoza sokoni. Kama hujakula ugali ya kavagara, usiseme umekula ugali. Chapo yapendeza.
Hii chapati ni tamu sana.
Omera, sherehe bila kavagara sio sherehe.
Dukani usitishe unga, itisha kavagara.
Mimi huyu. Twende? Boss, uko sawa?
Niko sawa, ni vile niko na calls mingi. It's a busy day, you know.
Kazi lazima ichape.
By the way, nice background.
Faster speeds, better experiences. Over 50 million Kenyans. One network. Safaricom. Popote ulipo.
Mkulima, usiteseke tena. Make your farming simple by adopting the new Magna irrigation system from Elgon, Kenya.
Nini kimekufanyikia mguu? Mimi nimechoka na hii ukulima. Wacha nikafanya biashara nyingine. Mimi huchoka kila saa nikinyunyuzia hii mimea maji, lakini hainawiri.
Wewe ndio haujajua siri ya urembo bado.
That ranges from drip lines, sprinklers, water pumps, sprayers, and generators. This is the convenient way to unrivaled yields. Elgon, Kenya. transforming fans and lives through technology.
Anaichanja ndani uzuri David!
Michuano ya CAF ya mataifa ya Afrika 2024 ni njia ya kuzindua kupanua mtandao wa wachezaji ulimwenguni. Timu itakayoshinda itazawadiwa dola za Marekani milioni 3.5 pamoja na kujivunia kulinyanyua kombe hilo. Pata manufaa zaidi kutoka kwa CHAN 2024 mubashara na kipute cha kipekee kwenye runinga ya KBC Channel 1, mwenzio wa dhati michezoni.
Attention all journalists in Kenya. The Media Council of Kenya, MCK, is calling you to apply or renew your 2025 press card now. It's fast and easy. Just log on to your online portal at www.mediacouncil.or.ke. For more information, email us at accreditation@mediacouncil.or.ke or call 0110-131-447 or visit us at Britam Center, Nairobi, or our Mombasa, Meru, Nakuru, and Kisumu offices. You can report violations or press freedom issues by calling us on 0702 222 111. Stay legit. Carry your press card on duty. Always ready, always professional. MCK, promoting press freedom and responsible journalism.
Are you looking for an insurance partner with a smart cover that doesn't break the bank? Look no further than Definite Assurance. We make insurance simple, clear, and definitely affordable. We offer protection for various motor classes, fire and burglary, marine, personal accident, bonds, and corporate medical insurance. We are real people who give real care. Visit www.definiteassurance.com or email info@definiteassurance.com for more information, or contact 0708-247-247 or 0788-247-247. Definite Assurance. You are definitely covered. J. Ukonao.
I will build my church. The gates of hell shall not prevail against it.
This September, Uhuru Park will thunder with revival.
This place that gave birth to a revival to a continent will once again give birth to a revival to a generation.
5 days of worship, word, and breakthrough. Experience word that awakens destiny and presence that transforms lives. Join a nationwide awakening like no other. Come as you are, seeking, believing, expectant.
Rema Feast 2025.
And so here it begins again from the 1st to the 5th of September 2025.
Entry is free.
Back and thank you for watching Sunday Express. We can see that there are those of you who are logged in online, even from abroad. We are seeing John Kipkirui, who's watching from Canada, as well as Michael Nfemi, who's watching from Nigeria. Now, quick one, some of the responses that we're getting is that in regard to that story about what was happening in Kiambu today, the CMA function, Mahujaji wa Matumaini Pamoja Katika Sala, translating in English, Pilgrims of Hope Together in Prayer. Now, in native language Kikuyu, it goes Agendi Amwe Hoko Hamwe Mahoyaine. So, what does it translate in your own native language? Get us on our various socials, including X at KBC Channel 1. My X handle is at Ray Manyara, and we're going to sample your feedback. Now, drinking raw livestock blood mixed with milk was a common practice among nomadic communities, as it was believed to have essential health nutrients for women after delivery. The practice, however, is slowly fading away owing to increasing awareness of the health risks, modern lifestyles, and alternative conventional medicine. Our reporter Leila Sadiq looks at this paradigm shift in bloodlines of motherhood news feature.
In the sun-baked plains of Boruharu, deep in the heart of Marsabit County, a quiet ritual is underway. Blood from a cow or goat is mixed with milk and given to women who are expectant and also after delivery. This, they believe, will improve their health.
They used to eat well. They could eat meat and drink the blood.
Drinking livestock blood during pregnancy is more than a tradition. It's a lifeline for many women, woven into the understanding of health, strength, and motherhood. Lokudika, a 26-year-old mother of 2 and now 7 months pregnant, is an adherent of this practice.
When you return home after giving birth, you're given the blood mixed with milk. It helps to clean your stomach and funds the waste.
For long, livestock blood is believed to fortify the health of expectant mothers, replenishing their strength.
Before drinking blood, you're not supposed to do house chores. Drinking this blood makes one healthier.
The drink is usually given to a pregnant woman in the evening.
You drink this blood at night because it makes you dizzy. But the next day, you are fine and you can go about fetching water, firewood, and do house chores.
However, some women experience harmful side effects from drinking this concoction.
If you drink this concoction when you are pregnant, it can make the baby grow bigger and even overweight.
You feel dizziness, then you sleep.
Blood will not give you instant energy like carbohydrate would do. That's why you will feel dizziness because of inadequate supply of oxygen to the brain.
Nutritionist Steve Odhiambo warns of more serious risks in drinking raw blood from animals.
There are zoonotic diseases, those are diseases that can be transmitted from animal to human beings. So taking raw blood is high risk of that woman and the growing baby to contact such diseases.
Harmful products ingested by the animal can also find their way into its blood, posing danger to a mother's or baby's vital organs.
This animal may have contaminated the cells, maybe through taking feeds, through taking water, which contain the heavy metals like arsenic, like lead, like mercury, like cadmium, and all that. So if this reaches to the bloodstream or the system of human being, it can really bring a bad effect to the baby and even to the mother.
Medics therefore recommend iron supplements for pregnant women.
During delivery, a woman tends to lose a lot of blood, and there is need for replacement of this blood for the healthy postpartum practices. Like breastfeeding also need when your blood is normal. So there is need for medication, supplementation, and good nutrition postpartum.
This is gradually being embraced.
My last point prefers going to the hospital instead of taking this concoction.
But even where iron supplements are availed, there are those die-hard traditionists like Loco who are still adamant on taking the blood and milk concoction.
When we go to hospital, we do not confess to the doctor that we prefer this concoction to the medicine they give us.
Blood, we said, we are viewing it as a source of nutrient, like a source of food. We are not viewing it as medication.
Could this be remedied by fusing both tradition and modern medicine?
The health professionals who have scientific background and scientific knowledge about blood and its use, are supposed to coordinate with the community, the traditional knowledge, so that we can produce a one and something that is safe for the mother and for the baby. This will start maybe from the animal health all the way to production, and then the meal is put, which can be a healthy meal.
For KBC Channel 1, my name is Leila Swadik.
So Leila, the only question I have for you, and maybe the viewers too, is did you also get to sample that particular concoction, and how did it go down with you? We'll get that feedback when we meet in the office some few hours to come in the week coming. Now, in Samburu, young people are redefining what it means to build a future. For generations, cattle herding shaped their identity and survival. Today, music, arts and education are opening new possibilities. At Archer's Post, a small dusty trading center in Samburu County, a cultural gathering brought together voices of hope, showing how talent and creativity is giving Samburu youth a stage to be heard beyond their homeland. Now, leaders who attended the feat used the occasion to challenge young people to turn obstacles into opportunities and carry forward the strength of their culture. Here's our reporter, Ben Chumba, now takes us into Samburu's unfolding story of tradition, talent, and change.
At Archer's Post, a small dusty trading center in Samburu County, thousands gathered. Not for politics, not for cattle auctions, this time it was music. For years, young people here have struggled with limited opportunities, often boxed into the harsh realities of unemployment and underdevelopment. But on this day, it was a rare moment to showcase their talent, their culture, their future.
Music brings us together as a people. And that is why I don't agree with this mambo ya sijui Wakikuyu, sijui Murima, sijui 42 versus what. We are one country brought together by our uniqueness.
The event marked the launch of a new album by Samburu's rising music star Chris Tatu. But it quickly became a wider call to view talent as an enterprise.
Nafikiri mmeona nyinyi vijana kwamba talent inalipa. Kuanzia hapa Samburu kupitia kuimba na hata kwa wengine kupitia maneno ya mpira. Kwa hivyo naomba tuendelee kuembrace talent, kwa sababu hiyo ndo industry ambayo itatutoa katika lindi la umaskini kama vijana.
Na miaka nyingi sisi tulishindwa kutumia hiyo kama njia ya kutafuta pesa. Tulikuwa tunatumia wimbo kusifu wasichana, kusifu ngombe, kusifu mambo mingi. Lakini sasa tunataka hiyo nyimbo ilete nyinyi pesa.
Leaders noting the future generation of Samburu cannot rely on pastoralism alone.
Ile kitu kingine inaweka chakula kwa meza ni mambo kama plumbing, maneno kama masonry, kama carpentry. Msidharau TVET. Tunataka kutoa hiyo misconception na kuwa TVET haina maana.
Na kwa wasichana, female genital mutilation ambaye ni hatari sana. Tukiacha hiyo, alternative yake ni shule kama hii ya TVET ambaye inatusaidia kuacha ile culture mbaya na kuconcentrate.
The national government echoed the message, linking Kenya's creative economy to opportunities even in remote counties.
We want to encourage this across the country for all our youth to monetize their talents. And as a national government, we are constructing studios in different counties so that the artists at the county levels, the ward levels, can have a place where they can produce their songs and be creative and comfortable.
This celebration also carried a unifying tone. A region often associated with conflict and hardship turned into a stage of pride and solidarity.
We have one of the most beautiful cultures in the world, and we are proud of our culture, so proud of our culture, so proud of our young people, because they are helping us preserve this cultural heritage for many years to come.
For many young people in the crowd, this was proof that their voices matter, their creativity has value, and their heritage can open new doors. But what began as an album launch may well be the opening act of Samburu's creative economy, one that blends tradition with tomorrow and turns talent into tangible opportunity.
Samburu will definitely be part of the plan of these recording studios. To keep our youth out of vices, we need art, we need music, we need culture to be embedded in these communities.
Ben Chumba, Sunday Express.
We're not one thing, we're many. We move fast to change lanes, but no matter the mood, bank tunahitaji nenye na switch na sisi. Enye iko ready where we are and ready when we are. In our pockets, on our time, na speed yetu. One built not just to keep up, but to move with you in every mode. So, uko mode gani? Download the new KCB mobile app and switch on your mode today.
During this 2024 Chan moment, every glass of milk tells a story of care, quality, and goodness from the farm to your table. At the Kenya Dairy Board, we ensure that every drop you drink is fresh, safe, and wholesome from licensed dairy business operators you can trust. Milk is nature's pure gift, packed with calcium for strong bones, protein for growth, and vitamins to keep you healthy and active. Always look for dairy products permitted by the Kenya Dairy Board, KDB, your guarantee for safe and quality milk and dairy products. From our children to our adults, from breakfast to bedtime, the goodness of milk powers every moment. The Kenya Dairy Board, world-class dairy regulator committed to quality, safety, and national pride.
Wait.
Lea Premium Flour, nurturing the world. Available in a store near you.
I will build my church. The gates of hell shall not prevail against it.
This September, Uhuru Park will thunder with revival.
This place that gave birth to a revival to a continent will once again give birth to a revival to a generation.
5 days of worship, word, and breakthrough. Experience word that awakens destiny and presence that transforms lives. Join a nationwide awakening like no other. Come as you are, seeking, believing, expectant.
Rema Feast 2025.
And so here it begins again from the 1st to the 5th of September 2025.
Entry is free.
Now, the African Social Governance Research has called for enhanced policy engagement and evidence uptake in the agriculture sector aimed at building strong food value chains. The research firm, in partnership with the International Development Research Center, has been implementing food systems transformation project that seeks to contribute to the strengthening of equitable, inclusive, resilient, and sustainable food systems. The FST project has also been implemented by the Nairobi City County Government food policy framework by reviewing its urban and peri-urban agriculture, livestock, and fisheries policies. Through the Utafiti Sera House initiative, the System Transformation FST project aim is to synthesize and deploy evidence of factors that contribute to food and nutritional security in the Nairobi County City Government.
As years go by, we have noted that this document, there are some aspects which need to be included, because at that time we were not looking at the issues of food system wholesomely.
Most people are now living in town, and urban consumers are also more demanding in terms of the quality of the food that they eat. Therefore, one of the objectives of this policy is to make sure that farmers can be supported, be they urban farming or from the rural area, to produce quality food, to produce the volume required, but also to manage the quality.
In Nairobi, who do not have land can succeed through such conversation, then it tells you that those farmers who are even in the rural areas that have a lot of vast land, and what they need is just some kind of boost in ideas and some little capital.
Now, residents of Makadara constituency in Nairobi County have benefited from a free medical camp organized by Health Aid Assistance International. Held at the Joseph Apudo Primary in Makongeni, the camp attended to over 300 patients. The outreach focused on treating young and old patients suffering from chronic diseases such as hypertension, diabetes, and respiratory diseases. The organizers highlighted the lack of access to nearby healthcare facilities, forcing many locals to self-medicate. The Health Aid International Assistance CEO, Joan Amara Sine, urged residents to always seek help from qualified health workers and show up when there is free service within the community. Locals have expressed gratitude for the initiative, noting that most cannot afford regular treatment due to high medical costs.
And this is just community service for our people. We just want to make sure that our people who cannot afford healthcare today get free medical care from the best, and so that they can also feel that they belong and they can feel the impact of their leadership and that we care about them and we love them.
So many people don't have money to go to the hospital. So I am happy if anybody else can do this kind of thing, to give free medication, to reassure our patients, to make them more comfortable so that they know also Kenyan people can do the same kind of initiative.
Community yetu inatusaidia, hata wale wakongwe wanasaidika kupitia kwa hii kliniki. Iko na usaidizi sana kwa watu kama hao, na ni vizuri sana msidi hata kuendelea kwingine.
Now, the youth are being challenged to utilize their agility, creativity and steadfastness to shape the future of the country by holding the current leaders accountable. Speaking during the 8th edition of the East Africa Poetic Art Battle in Kisumu County that brought together 15 poets from Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda and South Sudan under the theme From Plate to Policy Table, Youth Taking Their Place in Governance, Principal Secretary for Medical Services Dr. Oma Oluga and Kisumu Deputy Governor Dr. Matthew Zaweli told the young people that it is partly their duty to ensure current leaders discharge their mandate in line with the Constitution for a better Kenya. Dr. Oluga noted that the young people are technically gifted and should turn their skills to shape the future of the country.
Now, this year's theme, conforms to what we are expressing in our country today. They are talking about being present on the policy table, but with empty plates. Now, if you listen to the poetry from the different participants, they have been very clear, seeking space for young people. And they have been very loud, by the way, speaking against corruption that they think is denying them a future that they deserve. And that we hope that in the spaces where we work, we can make some progress that assures them of a future that they yearn for.
Time turns on itself. Time is not stagnant, and leaders come and go. Who
do they want to be when they be the ones that are the driving seat of Kenya? Because that time is surely coming when the president will be one of them, when the minister will be one of them, when the PS will be one of them. What will they speak of that person? That's what young people need to think about. What will the labor policy look like? What will the health policy look like? What will our agriculture look like? What will our education look like? And not to ignore the current affairs, but to look at it from a position of turning that frustration into a force for good for the entire country.
To the courts, the Nairobi Anti-Corruption Court has ordered former ICT assistant at the Nairobi City Water and Sewerage Company to pay over 14 million shillings or serve a 2-year jail term for fraudulently acquiring public funds. Principal Magistrate Charles Ondieki found Lawrence Masinde Barasa guilty of obtaining more than 7.1 million shillings in salaries and benefits using a forged academic certificate. Our reporter Letua Debra with the details. The Scales of Justice segment.
The Anti-Corruption Court directed Baraza to pay a mandatory fine of 14.3 million shillings or serve 2 years in jail after he used a fake IT diploma to secure employment at Nairobi City Water Sewerage Company, where he illegally earned over 7.1 million shillings. He was also fined 100,000 shillings each for fraudulent acquisition of public property, uttering a false document and deceiving a principal, with default sentence running consecutively. Baraza was acquitted on the forgery charge due to lack of evidence, but has 14 days to appeal the conviction and sentence. Elsewhere, Faisal Mohammed Ali and Mohammed Hassan Kontoma were arraigned at the JKIA law courts for allegedly being in possession of 2 rhino horns weighing 2.2 kilograms, valued at 10 million shillings. The prosecution told Senior Principal Magistrate Njeri Thuku that the case was complex, calling for more days to finish investigations.
This Honourable Court B and is hereby pleased to extended its custodial orders authorizing the detention of the respondents herein for a period of 10 days at Langata Police Station, pending the completion of investigation into the serious economic crimes and that of dealing with wildlife trophies, specifically rhino horns, contrary to Section 922, 924 of the Wildlife Conservation and Management Act.
The court was further told that the duo are linked to transnational ivory smuggling networks and were therefore a flight risk.
The matter will be mentioned to confirm compliance and or any other orders on September 9th, 2025.
Health facilities in Nairobi's informal settlements often struggle due to lack of basic equipment. However, a unique partnership is bringing hope to expectant mothers. The Chinese medical NGO Link to Care has teamed up with a high school student from the United States to provide free prenatal checkups and scans to expectant mothers in disadvantaged communities.
For 2 consecutive days this week, residents of Dandora lined up outside the Salvation Army compound for a free medical checkup, an activity organized by the Chinese-led NGO Link to Care. For many women in Dandora, this is an opportunity to access an ultrasound or lab test without the burden of traveling long distances or paying an affordable fees.
We're just like a one-day hospital. So we cover everything from registration to the triage of nurse to the clinician part, free consultation part, and then in the end to the radiology or lab services part, and then in the end to the consultation. So it's just like a one-day hospital. We cover everything.
17-year-old Jeremy Peng, a student from Kent School in Connecticut, founded Plus and Minus in Love last year to raise awareness and support young mothers in Kenya.
Woman is powerful. Woman is strong. Woman have the ability. Woman is unique. That is my feeling. So I want to decide to share what I have to share with them, to let them to have a better quality of life. So this kind of motivates me because I don't want to help them. Instead, I want to walk with them, to keep going with them, to assist them.
Through his initiative, teenage mothers in underserved neighborhoods now receive free prenatal checkups.
Nimekuja hapa kama kupimwa spirali, niko na shida ya tumbo na bado nataka kufanywa scan. Nimeenda kwa kajo mara mingi hakuna, hata tukaambiwa tukuje hapa. Tukienda huko tunaambiwa tukuje hapa.
Founded in 2023, Link to Care focuses on providing affordable primary health care to low and middle income communities in Kenya.
We've always figured out that China is one of the best examples to give to the low and middle income countries for them to develop their medical services, and we feel that China is always now ready to help these countries in terms of introducing our experiences and sharing our resources.
Last year, the initiative launched the Eco Moms program, introducing accessible ultrasound services for expectant mothers. The initiative is rooted in China's own experience in transforming its healthcare system.
When we are introducing ourselves as an organization from China who is focusing on primary health care, what we always mention is that 20 years ago, China was still a receiving country in terms of medical health care. But then just like within 10 years, in around 2010 or something, China immediately became one of the biggest donating countries in terms of medical health care in the world.
Ben Chumba, Sunday Express.
Well, we take a quick breather. When we're back, we're going to be bringing up to speed with what is making in the sporting arena, including the just concluded matches. I know Liverpool was playing. Do keep it right here.
My name is Bertram Mudoka. I'm the CEO, Agricultural Society of Kenya, overseeing the running of over 16 shows in the country. As we enjoy the Chan Games on KBC Channel 1, I'm certain we've all been excited. It's very exciting moments, then by the wins of our team.
Na baada ya Chan, tutaenda wapi?
Tutaenda kwa maonyesho ya kilimo, ASK shows.
Na tutaanzia wapi?
Tutaanza Mombasa, pale Mkomani Showground.
Asante sana.
Ndio.
Shukran.
Alafu tukiendelea hapo, tutaelekea Nyeri, pale Kabirini Showground.
Alafu
tukitoka pale tutaelekea Kaparanet, pale Baringo.
Tena
tukitoka hapo tutaendelea mpaka Lichota Showground, pale Migori.
Mwisho ama bado?
Bado mwisho. Sasa tunaendelea ile kubwa ambao ni Nairobi International Trade Fair, pale Jamhuri Park, Nairobi. Lots of technologies, lots of innovations for learning purposes. We're closing with the Kitale National Show. Again, running in from the 8th to 11th of October, the home of dairy, the home of beef. Asanteni sana, karibuni sana nyote kwa Chan, kwa ASK shows.
Wewe ndio mwizi tu, uone ni mlevi. Nini imefika hapo? Nadhani ni venye school fees yako inamsumbua.
Daddy, nini umeficha?
Allah, nini mbaya?
Daddy.
Nini? Elijah, wewe!
Nika, hakuna mahali imeandikwa mimi ndio nitamaliza umaskini wa familia yenu. Ile kitu anafanya na Pastor John.
Nyamaza. Nitacheka mimi.
And thank you so much for staying with us. It is time for the latest from the world of sports with me, Bernard Okumu. Let's begin with basketball, where Snipers Basketball Club has earned promotion to the Kenya Basketball Federation Men's Premier League after trouncing Coastal Kings 82-78 during their Game 4 of the best-of-5 series played at Nyayo Gymnasium here in Nairobi. Snipers won the first quarter 21-16, but Coastal Kings went into the match having won one of the previous two games in the best-of-5 series, bounced back to clinch the second period 21-19. Despite Snipers grabbing a 2015 third-quarter win, Coastal Kings were not yet done as they won the fourth period 2017 to tie the score at 72-all at full-time. 5 more minutes were played to decide the winner, with Snipers scoring 10 baskets against Coastal Kings 6, thus emerging with an emphatic 82-78 win.
Nilikuwa na pressure mingi. Tulikuwa tushinde game ndio series iishe. Walikuja wakiwa na they have nothing to lose. So kwetu imekuwa a bit challenging because our game plan kidogo ilisabaratika. lakini turekebisha hapo mwisho ikarudi.
They were playing a very good defense third quarter. Our offensive players were finding it very hard to score today because of their good defense, but we had to share the ball because it's a team sport. So we just use the hot hands, pass the ball until it finds the person who is open to score the easy basket. Yeah.
What was the pep talk at halftime?
We were fighting actually because no one wanted to lose. So we were fighting amongst ourselves, telling each other to give it their all, play the best. We have to go with the win.
The Game 4 victory handed Snipers an unassailable 3-1 lead in the 5-game series and will now feature in next season's Men's Premier League.
Ndio tumefika final, sasa tumefika finals, inamaanisha tumepanda to the Premier League kama Snipers, na last year tulishinda championship. Now this time we're defending the championship.
Particular win means that you're through to the Premier League, right?
Yes, sir.
I mean, what has it taken the team to get to the Premier League?
Man, it's been a lot of discipline, consistency and hard work. As you can see, we are not the most talented team. We operate a lot on hard work and consistency. We do what we do, the time we are given, we train, so we give it our all.
Snipers will face the winner between Mauritius and Lakeside to decide the Men's Division 1 League winner. Both finalists earn promotion to next season's Premier League. And well done to Snipers. Remember, they'll be facing their big boys, that's Ulinzi Warriors. Moving on, Yusuf Farah and Penina Rose Njoki were crowned champions of the annual National Pool Tournament, which was held in Mombasa and drew players from across the country. The two were matched in their skills to take the overall titles in the tournament, where organizers urged the government to extend support to the discipline, which is gaining popularity among the youth and can play a significant role in curbing drug and substance abuse. Now, the tournament attracted more than 200 players who competed in 3 categories and also featured a team event with 7 teams, a men's singles tournament with 128 players and a women's singles tournament with 32 participants.
Watu wengi wanadhani mchezo wa pool ni wa walevi ama watu wakora, but ni mchezo mzuri sana. Kama sisi wanadada tunaenjoy sana kucheza kwa sababu watu wengi wanacheza ni wanaume.
Nataka kuhimiza serikali kama tunaweza pata support to boost huu mchezo. Ni mchezo ambao unafaa hata kuigwa katika misikiti yetu, katika makanisa yetu, katika mashule yetu. Maana ni mchezo ambao unaleta vijana pamoja na wazee pamoja.
The sport of pool is growing massively in popularity in the last 2 years, and we as a federation are committed to making sure that the game is professionalized so that the talents that we have, the top pool players, can make a living from pool.
And across the borders now, where Sebastian Ogier claimed victory on Ueno Rally del Paraguay's inaugural running this evening to deliver Toyota its 102nd WRC win and equal Citroen's all-time record. Now, the 8-time world champion's dominant performance capped an extraordinary week that began with him dropping almost 40 seconds to a tire deflation on Friday, but ended with the rally victory. Ogier's 18th triumph for Toyota also makes him the Japanese manufacturer's most successful driver ever, a record he previously shared with Caliro Van Pera. An off-pace Wolf Power stage saw Adrian Fomo drop from 2nd to 4th overall, opening the door for Elfyn Evans and Terry Norville to snatch the final podium spots. And to English Premier League now, where Dominic Szoboszlai scored a stunning free kick to earn Liverpool a 1-0 win over Arsenal at Anfield.
Moment, Dunk will make a run round the back as the free kick is bent in. Here is Lewis Dunk. What did that hit?
And definitely Arsenal's loss means that there are only 3 teams that have not lost a match since after 3 opening days of the EPL. That means that Liverpool, who are of course perched at the top of the league, and Chelsea in 2nd place, and Crystal Palace are remain the undefeated sides in the English Premier League. That's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Bernardo Kumu. I hand you back to Regina Manyara to bring a cap on the Sunday Express.
Well, I know Arsenal fans are not too happy with the outcome of that particular match, losing to Liverpool. Them that do not walk alone. Well, time will tell. We'll see how the EPL goes. Other than that, we're still recovering from the end of Chan, but we still remain your true sports partner. I'm Regina. Manyara. My colleague on sign language has been none other than Byron Abuli. Have a great start to the last quarter of 2025.
At the heart of Kenya's transport infrastructure is the Mechanical and Transport Directorate, MTD, under the Ministry of Roads and Transport. We oversee a network of services spread across 24 strategic regions, ensuring efficiency in plant and transport services nationwide, from road construction and maintenance to the provision of specialized equipment to manufacturing services. We support infrastructural development across the country. We carry out inspection and valuation of government vehicles, plant and equipment in view of pre-delivery, repair and maintenance and disposal. We also inspect second-hand imported motor vehicles for roadworthiness as per KEBS KS 1515 and conduct occupational tests for drivers and operators. For more information, visit mtd.go.ke or call 0718 976 445. The Mechanical and Transport Directorate, Quality Mechanical and Plant Services.
Look from range, and Al-Harar gets enough behind it to prevent it going beyond him. It's back inside to Aitor Khan. Bono looking for the through ball. Dax will get on the end of it. Dax! Fine save from Al-Harar down and to his right.
Flour, nurturing the world. Available in a store near you.
We are real people who give real care. Visit www.definiteassurance.com or email info@definiteassurance.com for more information, or contact 0708 247 247 or 0788 247 247.